The video I made about Rachel Lust and how I felt about her video got a lot of positive feedback, which was a relief to me because I was really nervous putting it out there, and I think it's really helpful to see somebody else have those feelings so that you can know you're not crazy. It is normal to feel things we don't always want to feel or have reactions we don't always want to have, and I got a lot of supportive comments on the video, but there was one thing that a lot of people said that kind of made my heart go all breaky, and a thing that was said by several commenters was that I know I will never be as good as blank. Either Rachel, or people said they knew they'd never be as good as me, or they'd never be as good as whoever their hoop idol is. Every time I read it, it made me feel sad. If you're one of the people that said it, I know what you were trying to say. I know that you were basically telling yourself it's okay to not hoop the same way somebody else hoops. But I think that's a very different statement from I know I'll never be as good as so-and-so. What is or isn't good is so subjective. There are people who will swear up and down that Metallica is a good band. I disagree. And I'm sorry if you're a Metallica fan. I had a bad Metallica experience. For me, if I don't think Metallica is a good band and I'm trying to be a musician, it wouldn't break my heart if I were never as good as Metallica, because I'm not trying to be like Metallica. And other music fans who do think Metallica is good and want aspects of Metallica in their music probably wouldn't get much out of the music I was trying to make. But then there are people who don't like Metallica either and are looking for something different that might really connect with my music and think it's really good. And obviously this is the same with hooping or any art you're trying to create, be it videos or writing or painting. Everybody's good is different. It's just heartbreaking to hear you say that you don't feel you will ever be as good as someone you look up to or perceive as being good. Whether you know it or not, you're putting an unintentional cap on your achievements. You're telling yourself, I will never get there. And you don't know that. You can't know that. And I know you've told yourself, it's okay that I'll never get there. I would ask you to strongly consider removing the word never. Or maybe just add an addendum, add in the word may. I may never get there. But don't limit yourself right off the bat. Give yourself permission to maybe get there. It's totally valid to understand that you will never hoop exactly like someone else. For example, a hooper I really admired when I started hooping was Spiral. I loved the way that she moved, and I loved the way that she could carry a hoop, and I worked really hard to imitate that and kind of channel it into my own hooping. And what came out was something that was very much mine, but this person I admired definitely had an influence on my dance. And I don't feel like it's fair to myself to say I will never be as good a hooper as Spiral. I will never hoop like Spiral because only she can hoop like Spiral, and I can only hoop like me, but we're both good hoopers. I think anybody who picks up a hoop has the capacity to become inspiring to anyone, even the people that inspire them, and I don't think you should give yourself limiting phrases like, I will never be this good. Just please don't. Please don't limit your practice. Don't sell yourself short. You don't know what you're capable of until you put in the hours of practice, until you try. Please don't confuse having your own personal flow with not being good. Please don't. Make me a promise right now. Put your hand on the screen. Jess, I will not confuse having my own personal flow with not being good. Okay, we're in a pact now. A pact. I hope that that all made sense. And there's a very good chance that you're still feeling some conflicted feelings. That feeling of not allowing yourself to get to the same level as someone you admire is hard to break through if it's a belief you really firmly hold. So if you've made it this far through the video and you're still feeling some resistance, that's totally okay too. Just kind of sit there with your resistance and think about it and tell me what you think. How do you feel at the end of this video? Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for considering. And I will see you next time.